Hey folks, what's up? It's me, Jardy, and today I've got a tutorial for you. But before I start, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be opening enrollment for my online course at house-dance.com on April 6th. It's going to be open to a limited number of students, so if you're interested, just check out the description below. All right, so let's get started. So today we're going to be working on the chase and a couple of variations. Now, to do the chase, it's actually pretty simple. Right now, we're facing the front, both our feet are together, and what I want you to do is with this leg, I just want you to step to the front, okay? Now you could step all the way to the front, as in like you're facing the side, okay? But for what we're gonna do, don't step all the way to the front and step more closer to a diagonal, okay? So that you can see both feet in front of you. So you're not gonna cover the other leg. You're gonna step at about here, okay? All right, so let's step forward like that, okay? Every time you step out, I want you to pivot the back foot that you leave behind. And you're gonna pivot on the heel, okay? So the heel pivots, you step out like that, and then you go back. So you step out, pivot on the heel, then you bring it back, okay? So you're gonna go 1, 2. All right, another thing, when you step out, I want you to center your weight between the two legs. So I don't want you to just step out and leave your body behind. I want your body to go midway between the two legs, okay? So you're gonna be stepping out like this. Not like this, but like this, okay? So put some weight on it. All right, so let's start with this leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. And then bring it back. 2. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Now we're gonna do the other leg and make sure you pivot that back foot. 3, 4. All right, and then we start with the first leg. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we just alternate between the two legs, starting with this leg first, all right? I hope you're ready to try it. Let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, when you do this move, the level or the height that you lift your toe, it doesn't really matter. When you pivot, you can lift it high if you're comfortable with that, but for me, I leave it as low as possible, so it looks like I'm just kind of floating on that back foot, okay? Like that, and then you just bring it back. All right, so let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and that is the chase. Pretty simple, right? All right, now we're gonna move on to the first variation, which is the chase with the cross step, okay? So we're gonna start off with the regular chase. We're gonna go like this. Make sure to pivot that back foot. Now, what you're gonna do on the end count, which is the count between the first count and the second count, okay? So we're gonna go 1. On the end count, you're going to lift this foot, and then you're gonna step slightly behind where you were, okay? As in slightly behind towards the back wall, okay? So you're gonna go 1, then you're gonna step and then what you're gonna do is you're going to face the front with your body and cross, okay? Also, a little thing, when you step with this back foot, when you step out, after the pivot, I want you to at least have your foot facing that wall, if not a little bit further, okay? So you're going to go 1 and then you're going to go 2. Your whole body faces the front, you fall onto the ball of your foot and you cross, okay? This foot, the one in the front, is gonna be facing that way, okay? When you cross. So don't just cross like that. Make sure you cross like this with the foot facing that way, okay? So you're gonna go 1 and 2. All right, so another little detail is that when you step over and you cross, the back foot pivots towards the front, because initially it was facing this way after that step. So what you want to do is smoothly on the ball of your foot, pivot that foot towards the front on the 2 count, okay? Like this, boom. All right, so here's what it looks like from the side. You're gonna step, 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 and then that back foot pivots towards the front, okay? All right, so let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2. All right, when you step to the front, you could either fall onto the ball of your foot or be more flat-footed, but try to avoid going onto your heel off the bat, okay? Because, well, first you could hurt yourself, but it also is not as efficient when you land on the heel. So either land on the foot or flat-footed, all right? All right, so let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2. All right, so now we're in this position. We're kind of off balance. So what we want to do is we want to continue the move, okay? So now we're in this position. We want to step out with this back leg and bring this back leg to the front, just like we did on this side, okay? So now we're in this position. You're going to pivot on this back heel, step to the front, okay? So you're going to step to the front, and then this foot should be facing that way. You're gonna lift it, bring it slightly behind, and then you're gonna pivot while crossing, okay? And then cross. All right? So let's try it again. From the top, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4. And then 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now let's keep going. Make it smoother. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. Also, you probably figured this out already, but your weight goes over that front leg when you cross, okay? So your body is over this whole area of your foot, okay? From your knee down to your foot. All right, so let's try it again from the top. Here we go, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, so just remember the little pivots in there, okay? There's a pivot when you step to the front, it's the back leg, and there's a pivot when you cross, still the back leg, okay? So it pivots that way and then back to the front. This gives it the smoother appearance instead of just stepping. Instead of just stepping like this, you're gliding into the movement, okay? Instead of just step, 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 step. All right? Okay, and that is your variation with the chase. So let's try putting both moves together. So let's practice by doing 2 8 counts of the chase and then 2 8 counts of the chase variation. All right? So let's start with this leg. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Variation. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, so let's move on. So this third variation, it's a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure with practice you'll get it. All right, so we're gonna start off like we do in a regular chase. We're gonna step out, all right? We're gonna step out, and then we're gonna step back with this foot once again, okay? This is gonna be kind of a regular thing from here on where you're gonna pivot, then step out, okay? So let's try it again, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and, okay? Now, instead of just crossing, you're still gonna cross, okay? But what you're gonna do is you're going to hop into this movement. So you're gonna hop onto this foot, and we're gonna add a little bit of extra by tapping with the back foot. And here's what I mean. So we're gonna step out, we're gonna go 1 and then we're going to hop onto this foot like that, all right? With the foot still facing as if we crossed that way, okay, diagonally. So what you're gonna do is land on the 2 with that hop, and then on the end count, you're going to tap with the back foot on your toe, okay? And when you tap, make sure you have a little bit of a lean and have this streamlined angle right here, okay? All right, so we're gonna go 1 and then we're gonna hop into it with a tap. 2 and. Okay, let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and. All right, now from here, we just do the same thing. We get back into the chase with the pivot, and then we're gonna step forward. 3, step back, and hop onto the front foot. 4, and then tap the back foot. And, okay? All right, so from the top, let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and. Now, every time you hop onto the foot, it gives you an opportunity to start moving towards the other direction so that you can bring the other foot out and smoothly go back and forth between the two sides like this. Okay? So during that hop, you're turning just a little bit, all right? So let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Now a little tip, when you hop, you basically bring everything back to center. So when you hop, you don't want to hop forward, you don't want to hop backwards or to the sides either. What you want to do is you want to bring it back to center. 1, 1, and so you know how we're here right now, so what we want to do is bring everything back inwards like this. Boom. So I just brought my foot back down to where my head was, okay? So you're gonna go 1 and then bring it in, 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. All right, let's give it another try. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and. All right, so just remember that throughout the whole thing, we pivot our feet when we step forward, and then we step, okay? To make that process a little bit smoother, you could think of it as you're going from heel to toe, like that. So you're going boom, and then stepping, okay? Like you're launching off the toe. You're pivoting, launching off the toe, then stepping down, okay? All right, so let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and. All right, and that is the second variation of the chase. Let's do everything from the very top. Let's do 2 8 counts of the chase, then the chase with the cross step, then the chase with the hop and tap. All right, so let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and. All right, and that is the chase. Now this is part 1 of a 2-part series, and next week I'm going to be showing you how the chase evolves into the loose legs, and I'm also going to be showing you a couple of more advanced loose legs variations. If you want me to remind you of when part 2 of this series comes out next week, just sign up to my mailing list at jardysantiago.com. And also another reminder that I'm going to be opening enrollment for my online course at house-dance.com on April 6th. It's open to a limited number of students. So if you want to stay informed of that too, sign up to my mailing list. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace.